This is Russ Edgar. Welcome to the site. This is our new, Lynn and I's, Gen 3 Starlink Dish, or Dishy as people call them. Ours, as you can see, is just simply sitting in our walkway. You see that we have a flower bed right here. This is not a good place to keep it very long. We put it here because it gets a free look at the sky with no obstructions in any way. What I'm going to do today is make a flagpole holder for it using a Harbor Freight flagpole and a FlagPole Buddy that is right here in this package. It just came yesterday via Amazon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part. This is the bottom part of the Buddy, and I'm going to modify this Harbor Freight PVC pipe that comes with the kit so that the PVC pipe fits over the Buddy, thusly holding. And here's the flagpole. I've already taken the polycarbonate pieces that hold the flag off, so it's just the plain flagpole. I took the ball off. Of course, it's obviously not needed, and I'm going to, I'll get up so you can see it. I'm going to mount my Starlink right there. I can't do that, you see, through that little hole, but I'm going to drill that out with a step drill, probably later today or tomorrow, and be able to attach my Starlink to the top. This is where the FlagPole Buddy flagpole is going to go. There is a 4x4 post, you can see, and it has a security camera. Actually, it's a bird camera. We watch our birds with it at the top. And on this side, I'm going to install the flagpole in the Buddy. The actual house is a generator house. It has a really nice generator inside that goes to our home, which is in the background there. Has a natural gas line over there. It's on natural gas. All right, we had good progress last night before it got dark. I got the flagpole modified and mounted. I'll take it down now so you can show you all the parts so you can see it and understand it, and if you want to do the same thing, you can do so. I'll take this apart so you can see it. This is how I put it up. You can see that I cut a slot. I'll move around. I'll take it apart so you can see it clearly. Slid it over the Buddy. I changed out the bolt. There was a plastic bolt that goes in the Buddy. I changed it out to a steel one and a washer. I used a stainless steel clamp to keep everything so the PVC pipe can't lift because the Buddy stops it. Okay, this is the Buddy that is screwed to the 4x4. As you can see, I use nice screws with a square head drive. They don't strip out, they work wonderfully. I changed the screw here and put in a steel screw. This screw was in the Buddy package. I did not have to buy it. I did add this simply to give a little more head space. I drilled a hole in the PVC, a 3/4 inch hole, and then I cut down straight from that hole to the edge to give me a slot. I used just a simple hacksaw blade to cut that long, it's not very long, 1.5 inches probably, but I'm just guessing, line. I'll touch it so you know what I'm talking about. This and this. This was drilled, 3/4 inch drill. This was cut simply with a hacksaw. It was real easy to cut. I just wanted to do it fairly nicely. I did not sand it or anything. I could to make it look a little better, but it's going to work wonderfully. I'm going to turn this over. I did have to cut a slot in the other side to make it fit down the way I wanted to. Now I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to put it on. Since I'm doing this by hand myself and no tripod or anybody filming for me, it may look a little weird, but I'll do my best. Just slipped it over the buddy, and as you can see, the back of the PVC is setting on the actual top of the buddy. So it is really secure just the way it is. However, I'm going to do two things that is going to make it more secure. I'm going to put that, or take this, and this is just an old band that I've used other places. I'm going to put it on, slide it up, so that it is right underneath and behind that washer. Tighten it down so that the band will be a stop to keep the PVC pipe from ever moving. It cannot go up, actually, nor down, because the buddy is in the way. So I will screw this back on and give you another shot in a minute. I just screwed the clamp down tight. The buddy is very sturdy, and then I'll just simply screw this in by hand. I'll probably get a driver to screw it in later to make it more secure, but as you can see, the PVC pipe cannot lift now. This is holding it in place, and this is being held in place by the screw also. Compression will not let any of this leave. And there's your connection for the bottom of the flagpole. This is the flagpole, pretty much fully extended. I have not taken anything apart in terms of discarding anything. It is the whole pole. A lot of guys take the bottom two off. I did not. The gray part is a two-piece part that actually I bought it from Home Depot, but it is a Starlink part. This part here is made to fit on the eave of a house. This part here, which is really well done, it is made to set the dishy on. You see a place here where the the Cat 6 cable comes out. Now I'm going to take this off and show you what I've done. I've just slipped this part off. As you can see, it has got a step down portion of the barrel. This part that I'm pointing my finger to slides into this part. Now you saw earlier in the video, this part was where the ball on top of the flagpole was supposed to be mounted. What I did, this was yesterday evening, just before dark, I took this cheap, $7 or something, Amazon step drill. It's made in China. Amazon sells it. I took this, put it in my screwdriver, and used a glove on my left hand to make sure that it didn't get me in when I was holding it, and I handheld the polycarbonate piece and I simply drilled it out. It takes longer to do than I expected, simply because I wanted to be careful and not tear something up. I'm going to take the top of the flagpole apart and show you the polycarbonate, what it actually looks like. It's held on by 2 screws. This is from Harbor Freight. I didn't invent these screws. That's the way they came. I'm going to take them off, slide this little keeper down. It just floats there. And take this off so you can see what I've actually done. Alright, I've taken the screw out. I'll just slide this down so I don't lose it. I'll pull this polycarbonate piece out. You see it's got the 2 little screw holes. And this is the top that I drilled out. You saw earlier in the video that it used to be a place to screw in the ball. But if you look carefully, and it's done a pretty good job, that little step drill. It screwed all that out, and this, they fit together perfectly actually. Now when I get done, I'll put the polycarbonate piece back. This will be next weekend because the PVC pipe, the cable, the Cat 6 cable directly from Starlink, 150 foot of it I think, or something like that, is coming this Friday, and I will use it to mount the dishy on top. I'm just getting prepared to have everything ready, then I can run the cable when it gets here. I've inserted the polycarbonate piece on top of the flagpole, and I have inserted both of the screws back in. Then I'm going to insert the Starlink piece. But I'm going to say something here, and I have not done it yet, but I will do it in the next few frames. I'm going to drill a hole through the aluminum and the polycarbonate. As you can see how much far I'm going to get down. Just about this space here. I'll drill a hole there, and I'll put I got a bunch of nice stainless steel small screws, and I will screw one in there to make sure that this piece cannot go anywhere. I don't think it would, but I'm going to use, now I've seen some people that use silicone here to make sure it all stays together, but that seems senseless to me because I might want to take it apart someday. So I can unscrew a stainless steel screw and everything will work great. I have just put the dishy connector in, pushed it in solid. It's all the way in as far as it'll go. The only thing is missing is the hole and the screw I'll put in later. Okay, it's Friday. The Starlink cable came. It was shipped from Home Depot. It was a third-party purchase. I'll flip it over. There we have a 150-foot lovely cable. What I have to do now is I have to modify the Harbor Freight flagpole because this end has to be able to flow through the whole 20 foot of the flagpole. In the Harbor Freight flagpole, there are 3 spacers that keep the aluminum from being crushed, and I have to find them, and I have to drill a hole in them. This is what I'm talking about. That spacer there is permanently affixed with glue. What I had to do was drill a 3/4 inch hole in there so my cable will flow through. This is the drill I used. It's got an extension on it. I thought I would need it. Actually, it came in handy. Just a DeWalt normal drill driver. Interesting thing about this, there are 3 of these spacers in this flagpole. And I'll show you where. There's one spacer at the very beginning or bottom of the flagpole. Then there is one spacer right here in the second tube. And then there is one spacer right here in the third tube. So you have to be a little inventive here to take care of this. What I did is I took this piece of scrap wood. I took my hammer that's about 40 years old, and you simply put the wood here, tap the end of it with a hammer, and you pop these chrome rings forward, going towards the top. They're only held on by a green glue. You can even see the glue a little bit on the edge here. It pops loose fairly easily. I just popped this one loose so you could see. You can see the glue that holds it on. Now if I pull this piece that I'm putting my hand on to my left, it will come free from the second post here. And if I do, you'll see it has another place to drill a hole, which I did. And then on the next one, and you can see the glue here where I knocked it apart, you have to drill that one out also. This is the same one that I just showed you. However, I tapped it back into place. The function is not changed. The flagpole will still rotate and lock in place, except this chrome piece is not attached to the whole flagpole. It's just sitting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little update on it, and I've seen many other people say the same thing. I bought these from Amazon. I'm going to drill a hole in each of the levels there, and I'm going to put one of these through. The hole will go completely through, and this will attach, and it will keep the flagpoles from rotating and collapsing. If I want to collapse it myself to put something on the top of it and I need it to be shorter, I have to take these out. I'll do that right now and put one in so you can see it. If you tap the ring back into place where it's supposed to be, and then you measure about 2 inches from the end of the ring here to this point, that's 2 inches, and I marked it with a pencil. If you drill a hole through there, you can put your clip on with no trouble, and it will hold both pieces together. The flagpole cannot go up or it cannot go down. It will be held in place permanently until you remove that clip. Be careful when you're drilling the hole, you don't tear up something and put too much weight on it and collapse that aluminum. It is not particularly robust if you horse it around. Alright, I just finished the hole. It goes through to that board, so I didn't run my drill on the concrete sidewalk I'm working on. It is clamped on. It will not go anyplace, and it is through all 4 layers. 2 on my side that I'm filming on, and 2 on the other side. So this cannot be collapsed now. It is permanent until I release that and take it off. Well, I've made a little progress. I've threaded the wire through the bottom of the buddy and comes out the top there, follows around and goes through the flagpole and comes out the top. I put some blue tape on it to keep it in position while I work with it a little bit. I'm going to run it up, see if it works, and then we'll be ready to put the rest of the cable into some conduit. Use conduit. I'll walk around here so you can see. I have a bunch of 3/4 inch gray conduit. Most of them have the bell ends still on them. I've used them for years. For other purposes, I have reclaimed them and I'm going to use to stick the cable in to keep it protected when I run it over to the house. this is the way you put it up. You tilt the flagpole to the side. You can see that the top of the FlagPole Buddy connector is open. It has two wings that are made just to fit around the pole. So once I straighten the pole, I'll do that right now. The pole is captured. And then I will simply slide it in to the PVC container here. All right, I've got the pole connected at the top. I'll simply move it over, stick it down, push it all the way down. You heard it snap, and the pole flagpole is installed. Now, I've taken this down several times today to work on it, to show you, to film. It just works flawlessly. This weekend, I'll put a dishy on it and we'll be in business. Well, I can't be any happier with what I've got. We have a Harbor Freight flagpole. We have a Starlink dish on top of it, permanently attached, operating wonderfully, showing no obstructions and perfect alignment. Those two items are on your phone. If you do this, and I'll tell you why, you should leave yourself some slack. And that's just held on by a nice zip tie, because if you take it down, you need slack to be able to take it down successfully. I'm going to take mine down and put it on my Avion travel trailer at a later date, using a different pole, Harbor Freight also, but just put it on my trailer. As you can see, I use the conduit, goes all the way to the house, is protected all the way. So I just couldn't be happier. If you have any thoughts, you can put them down in the comments. I appreciate it if you would give us a thumbs up and a subscribe to the channel. This is pretty much the raspberries.